What is up, guys? I am ExxotikGaming, and today I am back with another Pixel Gun 3D video. Over the past couple of days, I've been getting lots of comments from you guys asking to see a review on the Bastion, so that's what I decided to do for you all today. A review for this weapon in the premium section. When we do look at the stats of this weapon in the shop, we can already tell that the Bastion is a very good weapon. This weapon has 4 pretty good stats, but the one stat that shines really far above all of its others is its lethality. The lethality of the Bastion is set at 29, which technically means this is the highest lethality weapon in all of Pixel Gun 3D, as of the 10.0.9 update. The 29 lethality can be compared with some of the other top lethalities as 27, 27, 27, 26, and 26. This one is 3 more than the 26 lethalities and 2 more than the 27, so technically, would this be the most powerful weapon in Pixel Gun 3D? We'll find that out over the next coming moments with some gameplay. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go into a custom deathmatch here. Not a custom, custom, probably team deathmatch, and I would like to probably go into something like Pool Party, because Pool Party is a very, very close range map, and you are going to need to go into close range if you want to get good gameplay with the Bastion. You'll find that out over the next coming moments with the fact that this Bastion is pretty different from some of the other area damage weapons in this game. You guys might not be used to the area damage weapons being like this because you're probably used to the anti-gravity blaster and the solar power cannon just having a straight line. If I wanted to shoot somebody all the way across the map, I would just go like this with the anti-gravity blaster, but that's not the case. With the Bastion, I'd have to aim up to about right there. And that is how you actually are able to take somebody out. It's a little bit more difficult. It requires more skill to get used to. You're not going to just instantly get this and get the hang of it. It will take actually quite a bit of practice before you figure out how to use the Bastion at its best ability. I'm not going to go into that Pool Party match, obviously, because everybody was using the Stormhammer and the adamant armor, because that obviously will not result in really good gameplay at all. It's pretty difficult to take out adamant armored players with the Bastion, but you can do it. You can do it. That's the important part, if you can or not. I have, obviously. It's just a lot easier to take out ruby armor people than adamant armor. So let's go into a close range map here. I'm hoping for the best in the maps that are available. Unfortunately, the only Pool Party maps have 4 people. I just don't see the point in creating a match that only has 4 other people. It just doesn't really seem like that would have really intense gameplay. Coliseum would be really awesome. Coliseum is a great map for this weapon. But it looks like we are going to have to settle for a medium range map, which I guess is good because you guys will see how the arch works with the weapons. It's very similar to the Firestorm, UP2, and the Firestarter and the Cherry Bomb. You have to, calculate the accuracy of the weapon as you are firing, and it's kind of difficult because, while somebody is firing at you, you have to calculate things out. As you guys could see there, I had to shoot well above that player to actually get the blast to affect him. You can't just shoot like this all the time because that obviously won't work. You have to shoot really pretty high above the enemy player in order to actually successfully take them out. But once you do take those people out, I can assure you that the kills with this are some of the most awesome that you're gonna ever feel like when getting this. I have a lot of fun when using this weapon. I have a lot more fun when using this weapon than I would with other weapons, but I can tell you guys right now, it is just the best feeling in the world when you kill somebody with the Bastion, because this is actually kind of difficult to take some people out, and being able to kill them with this thing is just, it's the best feeling that you can ever get. And I mean, as you guys can see here, against an adamant armored player, as long as they don't have an extremely overpowered Stormhammer, you can take them out. As you guys can see there, that was a 2-shot to that guy. It's between 2 and 3 shots to an adamant armored player, so it's not that bad at all. It's a very powerful weapon nonetheless. But the thing is, since this thing does have an arch and is not like the solar power cannon in that you just have to shoot directly at a player, and as long as they stay within the crosshairs, you can take them out. That's the thing I feel like the reason why a lot of people are holding back with this weapon. Honestly, if you are somebody who does not have very good accuracy in the game, if you shoot like I'm doing right now, then you might want to stay away from the Bastion, because you'll find out that you can probably actually get the kill much easier with the solar power cannon UP2 or the anti-gravity blaster than you would with the Bastion. But if you have a somewhat good accuracy, this is definitely something you should be trying to consider getting. It's very expensive, obviously, considering it's one of the most powerful ones out there in the premium section, so just be prepared for a very hefty price with this weapon if you intend to get it. If you are somebody who's just looking for some fun with the weapon and you don't necessarily need the most powerful one out there, but you want something that's very similar in performance as the Bastion, you might want to try out the Cherry Bomb or the Pumpkin Thrower. Both of those are weapons, along with the Firestorm UP2 and the Firestarter, that you can just use it the same way. They're both weapons. All four of them have arches just like the Bastion, so if you just want something that's a little fun to use, you might want to try them out. So yeah, I'm in a very actually pretty lucky Silent School match. To be honest, a lot of these people do not have adamant armor. Hopefully it'll stay like this throughout the rest of this video, but as you guys can see, I'm failing. Just don't keep that. I was, when I'm commentating, sometimes you kind of lose track of where you are in the map and you fall off. But it's good, guys. It's definitely very, very good. As you guys can see here, if you shoot the blast pretty far away from them, it'll turn to a less damage. So you really want to get that blast to be as close as the enemy player as possible. Because if I shoot somebody and the area damage just barely reaches them, it'll turn to be more like a 3-shot to them instead of a 2-shot. Like that person right there, it'll be a 2-shot to take this person out because I was directly onto that enemy player. If I can show you guys, this person is right here. Boom, 2 shots, perfect kill. And yeah, guys, it's very, very fun to use this weapon. I have had a lot of fun with it, much more so than other area damage weapons. To be honest, I don't actually have fun with a lot of the area damage weapons. I kind of feel cheap when using them. The ones I don't really feel cheap when using are things like the Apocalypse UP2 and the Pumpkin Thrower and the Cherry Bomb and some of the less powerful ones because, it actually takes a little bit of shots before you actually take somebody out. But with this one, even though it's powerful, I don't feel cheap when using it just because it requires a lot of skill in order to take somebody out. You just have to keep that in mind that, you can't just, the second you see somebody, you just shoot because you actually have to calculate where that person is. And it's just... It requires a little bit of mathematics, if you're somebody who's just really bad at geometry and stuff like that. I don't know if this would be something for you, but it's worth a try. It's worth a try trying this thing out. So yeah, I mean, I've had a ton of fun with this thing, as you guys can see here. It does take quite a bit of bullet travel time. I don't know where somebody is shooting me from. They're from outside of the map. That would make sense. But the bullet travel time is pretty bad with the Bastion, just like most of the other area damage weapons, so you have to keep that in mind when using this weapon. But that's why you don't really use this thing in super long range, because if you do, you're going to be in for some pretty bad gameplay if you only intend to use this thing in long range. Just keep that in mind. As you guys can see, when somebody has something like the prototype, they will absolutely destroy you. So it's not like this is one of those weapons where you just can destroy anybody regardless what weapon they have. If somebody has the prototype, if somebody has another powerful area damage weapon like the solar power cannon, they will have the upper hand since they do have easier to use weapons. If they have the storm hammer in a close range map like this, they'll absolutely destroy. There's a guy right over here. I'm actually, oh shoot, they're both. Alright, we're gonna have to use the prototype to take this guy out. Sorry for changing weapons, but I can't let that happen. I have to take these guys out. I don't know why they're just sitting there. That's pretty newbie of them to do that. Alright, let's just stop that from happening. Let's take this guy out. Let's take these guys out, this guy and this guy. Boom, boom. Alright, there we go. that was not real words just then. Seems like everybody is just being stupidly trying to get out of the map, not even trying to get any attention and trying to actually play the game. Let's just type to them, please start killing and not getting out of the map. Alright, let's see if they answer. They're probably not. They're going to probably just say, oh my god, screw you, or something like that. But, Yep, see, told you, shut up. Anyways, let's just see if we can get the people that are out of the map. I'm going to have to switch from here to the prototype a bunch of times, so just keep that in mind with this. But hopefully it's not too much of an issue. I'm going to die a lot as well, because obviously since I have the Bastion and I have no way of shooting those people who are out of the map, I'm going to die a lot. But as long as I find people who are inside the map, I'll be able to kill those people. So hopefully that's pretty good. I don't even know why that guy was just sitting there. Pretty newbie of them. pretty newbie of them, I have to say. But as you guys can see, you can still take out the adamant armored players as long as you know what you are doing. It's definitely a fun weapon to use, and I just feel so awesome when I kill these people. Like, these people are just trying to get easy kills by using the prototype outside of the map, but when I'm actually able to oh, whoa, that was not a real word. If I'm actually able to successfully take them out, it feels so great to be able to kill people who just kind of abuse the glitch. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun to use this thing. I definitely would recommend you guys to try this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this guy who is outside of the map. It makes a perfect sense. It's difficult to shoot people who are outside of the map. Guys, if you are watching this, please don't just if you are in a match, please don't just abuse this glitch, alright? I just don't really like it when people abuse the glitch, and it gets very overpowered at certain times. If you just sit outside of the map the entire time. So just please take into consideration that you need to not do that all the time. So yeah, I hope you guys do understand that. Anyways, let's go kill some people. Let's do this with the Bastion. The Bastion does look pretty cool. It also has a 2x scope, which is probably the least important thing on the weapon, because honestly, as you guys can see here, I'm getting kills without using the scope. You do not need to use the scope. Don't use the scope, because this is what the scope looks like. It's really kind of pointless, honestly, in the match. It really does not require anything at all. It has zero purpose, the scope, just because you are going to always use this thing at close range. So yeah, just don't use the scope, and you should be good with this weapon. You should be very, very good with the Bastion. As you guys can see here, I can show you guys a kill with the scope. I'll try to show you guys that. As you guys can see, it doesn't really work out too well to your favor, because I honestly think when using the scope, it kind of distorts your view of the way the weapon performs and how big the arc is. I feel like when I use the scope, I have a less of an arc when using it, so you know, it doesn't really work out to your favor too well when using this thing. Gonna see if there's anybody outside of the map. They're all outside of the map. That's a little unfortunate. I don't like it when people do that. Really don't like when people do that. So we're gonna have to try to kill them. We will have to try to kill them before they try to do this. I might is there any other weapon that, no, I think this is the only out of the map weapon right now, so it's a little unfortunate. I might actually leave this match here. I'm sorry guys for this gameplay. This is a typical match, unfortunately, in Pixel Gun 3D. People not killing, people just, I don't understand what they are doing, really, and it just doesn't really make any sense. So if you are one of these people who just sits there in a match when there are other people trying to actually get a good gameplay, and you just sit there the entire time just, you know, kind of just playing around like this, look at this. These people could have obviously gotten more kills, but because of this, it's dumb. I just don't get, just please don't do that, alright? But anyways, let's go get these stupid people that are trying to just use out of the map glitch, and let's do this. Let's try to kill some of these people. I honestly don't have much else I need to say about the Bastion. As you guys obviously could tell, it's definitely worth trying out, as I will say, or as I said before, my little recap on the weapon. If you are somebody who, you know, is just wanting a fun weapon once in a while, then you might want to try out the cherry bomb instead, just because it's not something that is extremely expensive. You're not going to be risking it too much with the weapon. If you are somebody who, you know, actually really wants a very powerful weapon, but also wants something that requires a little bit of skill, then I would recommend trying the Bastion out, because it certainly is one of the more powerful weapons out there in a match. As you guys can see here, completely annihilating these people without much trouble. It's definitely something that is a lot of fun to use in a match, especially when you go up against adamant armored players who just sit there and don't actually play the game, and you can kill them. Best feeling in the world. Absolute best feeling in the world when you kill these people that aren't actually playing the game. So yeah, not much else I need to say, so let's go get one last kill here. It's gonna be, oh, that's too easy of a last kill. Ah, too easy of last kills. Alright, they're leaving. They're leaving. Alright, let's go get one last kill. Somebody who is outside of the map. I feel like that would be a sufficient last kill. It would probably be this person. Nope, is actually nobody's outside of the map. Alright, that makes sense. You can't get outside of the map when you kill them with the Bastion. Makes perfect sense. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and let's just keep going until we die, I guess. I feel like that would make sense. So, multi-kill. Easy getting kills against people that aren't actually playing the game. So, you know, as long as you join a match where people aren't playing, hey, you're set. You are absolutely set in a match like this. Monster, oh, ultra kill? Alright, let's go get a monster kill. Show you guys that monster kills are indeed possible with the Bastion. Very, very easy to achieve. And, yeah, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.